when you're exercising, especially to the point of breathing very, very deeply, you're breathing in 3,600 ml of air and breathing out 3,600 ml of waste. So exercise increases the oxygen and in that way can alkalize the tissues. And what exercise does is it moves blood. We've looked at blood a few times this week. Remember what blood contains? It carries the oxygen. What blood does is carry the water. What blood also does is carry the nutrients. And this is what every single cell in the body needs to be able to not only function but also to heal.
Arthritis has become a widespread condition affecting millions of people worldwide, with studies showing that over 70% of individuals with arthritis suffer from chronic pain and reduced mobility. But what if I told you that the key to conquering arthritis could lie in the foods you eat and the natural herbal remedies you incorporate into your routine?
And one of the easiest types of exercise for someone who has stiff, painful joints is swimming. What swimming does is it's weightless, so that can be good, and you can start moving the body in the pool. And if you can't swim, you can get a kickboard or you can stay near the edge, but you've just got to move that body must move.
In this video, we will explore the best foods and herbal remedies that can help reduce inflammation, relieve pain, and improve joint function.
So looking at what alkalizes, we're also looking at food. So what are the most alkalizing foods? So we're going to make an alkaline list of foods and an acid list in foods. By looking at this acid alkaline list, you can determine what is the best foods for arthritis and what are the worst. The most alkalizing is the humble lemon. And the lemon is acid where it should be and it's alkaline where it should be. Acid in the stomach to help you digest your meal. But when it's broken down in the gastrointestinal tract and the minerals are absorbed into the tissues, the minerals are an alkaline forming mineral. So this is the sodium and potassium and calcium and magnesium and iron. So the lemon is high in the alkalizing minerals. Dark green leafy vegetables. Dark green leafy vegetables are very alkalizing. We should be eating dark green leafy vegetables every day. So someone might ask, well, what about cooked spinach? Spinach is high in oxalic acid, and in its raw state, the oxalic acid is in an organic state, so it's alkalizing. But when you cook silver beet or spinach, the oxalic acid now is in an inorganic state and it can have an acid effect. So people who have arthritis or gout, they're best to keep to the raw cabbage. Maybe they have a cooked cabbage dish occasionally, but that's the only green that will turn because of the oxalic acid in it when it's cooked. So when someone's wanting to conquer arthritis, the bell pepper must stop. Tomato can also have an acid effect on someone who's suffering from gout or arthritis. Eggplant, sometimes called aubergine, and also the potato. And I'm referring here to the English potato. The Fijians call it the white man's potato. I'm not referring to the sweet potato. The sweet potato is not a potato, it is a yam. So these can have an acid effect on the arthritic person. If a person doesn't have arthritis, they often can eat this class of vegetables. But if you're wanting to conquer your arthritis, your gout, these things have to stop. Not forever, it's just till you've conquered it. Also fruit. Fruit is alkalizing. Millet. Millet is an alkaline grain, as is quinoa, as is buckwheat. Buckwheat is also an alkalizing grain, or an alkaline forming grain, and spelt and kamut. These are alkalizing grains. There's another one called enkenhorn. So any of your ancient grains from the ancient wheat have an alkalizing effect. Almonds are the alkalizing nut, and Brazil nuts. They're the two alkaline forming nuts. And regarding legumes, the lima bean and lentils and soy. And again, the soy must be organic, non-GMO. All your seeds, they also have a alkalizing effect. The most acid food that can go into the body is the pure crystallized acid that's extracted from the sugarcane plant. It is incredibly acid. It's a pure acid. Also, meat. Dr. Colin Campbell, in his book China Study, he shows how he could turn cancer cells on and off by the amount of meat and dairy products that he was giving them, because cancer loves an acid environment. These acid foods are high in the acid-forming minerals, which is chlorine and phosphorus and sulfur. When meat breaks down in the body, it gives off a high sulfur waste. So it's particularly acid-forming is the meat. Also, the hybridized wheat of today.
When managing arthritis, it's important to focus on the types of foods that either worsen or improve inflammation in the body. Some foods exacerbate arthritis symptoms by promoting inflammation, while others help reduce it and support joint health. Let's explore more foods that can either help or hinder those dealing with arthritis. One of the worst offenders for people with arthritis is refined sugar. Refined sugars found in soda, candy, and many processed foods are highly inflammatory. When sugar enters the bloodstream, it creates a spike in insulin levels, leading to an inflammatory response in the body. This chronic inflammation is a major contributor to arthritis pain and joint damage. Limiting or eliminating refined sugar is crucial for reducing arthritis flare-ups. Fried foods also fall into the category of foods to avoid. Foods like fried chicken, French fries, and other deep-fried snacks are rich in trans fats. Trans fats increase inflammation and are known to contribute to the development of chronic diseases, including arthritis. These unhealthy fats are found in processed oils and packaged snacks, making it important to read labels carefully and avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oils. Another group of foods that can worsen arthritis are processed meats. These include sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats. These meats are typically high in saturated fats and preservatives, which can trigger inflammation in the body. Moreover, processed meats have been linked to increased levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a marker of inflammation. For those with arthritis, it's better to avoid these types of meats and opt for healthier protein sources. Dairy products can be problematic for some people with arthritis, especially those who have sensitivity to lactose or casein, the protein found in milk. For individuals with arthritis, dairy can promote inflammation, especially in cases of rheumatoid arthritis. While dairy can be a good source of calcium, which is important for bone health, it may worsen arthritis symptoms in some people. Opting for plant-based alternatives like almond or soy milk may be a better option for those with dairy sensitivity. Another food to avoid is corn oil and other vegetable oils rich in omega-6 fatty acids. These oils, which are commonly found in processed foods, can upset the balance of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids in the body. This imbalance can promote inflammation, which is harmful for people with arthritis. Instead, focus on oils with a better omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, like olive oil or avocado oil. Now let's focus on some foods that are particularly beneficial for those with arthritis. One of the best food groups for arthritis is omega-3 rich foods, like fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines and herring are excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and help protect against joint damage. These fatty acids inhibit the production of pro-inflammatory chemicals and can significantly alleviate arthritis symptoms. Turmeric and ginger are two powerful anti-inflammatory spices that can help reduce arthritis pain. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has been shown in studies to decrease inflammation and joint pain. Adding turmeric to your diet, either as a spice or in the form of a supplement, can offer significant relief. Similarly, ginger contains gingerols, compounds that have anti-inflammatory properties and can help reduce swelling and pain in the joints. Berries are another excellent food for arthritis. They are rich in antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, which give berries their deep colours. These antioxidants help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which can contribute to the deterioration of joint tissue. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries and blackberries are all good options to include in your diet. Nuts and seeds are also beneficial for arthritis sufferers, as they contain healthy fats, fibre and antioxidants. Walnuts in particular are high in omega-3s, while flax seeds and chia seeds are excellent plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats can help reduce inflammation and improve joint health. Almonds, pistachios and other nuts are also great choices as they provide anti-inflammatory benefits.
It's influenced by dehydrated, it's influenced by lack of oxygen, it's influenced by a very acid diet. Then the cellular pH becomes more acid, and that is where arthritis and gout like to thrive. We've got to get alkalinity into those joints, and when your blood is carrying the food that is more alkaline, then it's contributing to the alkaline or less acid environment around the joints. So the food, so we'll put a little red arrow indicating that over there is the food that will help to conquer arthritis. We had a lady come and do our program. Her and her husband, they were probably in their mid-70s when they came to attend our program, and they had an interesting story. The lady said, we were both in our late 60s, we both had arthritis, we both were a little overweight, finding our house hard to manage, so we booked into an aged care facility. She said, our daughter gave us a set of your DVDs, Barbara. We watched the DVDs and we discovered that a lot of what we were doing was contributing to our arthritis. So we made a decision to stop our morning cup of coffee. We made a decision to stop having our wheat cereal and our wheat toast with the coffee for breakfast. She said we also made a decision to stop our little red wine every night. We made a decision to stop having the meat at night and start to have the main meal at lunchtime. We started to discover ways that we could make the legumes, and we started to eat more fruits and vegetables. We also decided to stop the nightshade group of vegetables. So this is the nightshade group of vegetables here. She said as time went on, we're also drinking more water. We started to exercise every morning. She said within 6 months, we both had lost, now I'm putting this over to American terms, so it was 20 kilos they'd lost in 6 months, so that's 40 pounds. She said, we also found that just losing the weight had also taken the pressure off our knees and our feet. She said, we both noticed that we didn't have the pain in our joints anymore. She said, I found that even my swollen joints were starting to go back to normal. We went to the doctor for our checkup, and he said, I don't know what's happened to you, to you as a couple, but the doctor said, your inflammatory markers have come right down. And they both testified, well, we really don't have pain anymore. And so the doctor took them off their medication. He took them off their anti-inflammatories. They didn't need it anymore. And once they stopped the medication, they felt even better. And they looked at each other after a year and they said, what are we doing in this aged care facility? So they booked out, they bought a caravan and a four-wheel drive, and they decided to drive around Australia. And when they got halfway up the east coast, they came in an hour and they attended a program at Misty Mountain Health Retreat. This lady had a smile on her face the whole time. She said, it's like I've got a new lease on life.
The key to conquering arthritis lies in addressing the underlying factors that contribute to its development. As we've seen, lifestyle changes, particularly those that promote an alkaline environment in the body, can play a significant role. Arthritis thrives in an acidic environment where the body becomes inflamed and the joints are subjected to stress. By shifting the body's pH balance toward alkalinity through dietary and lifestyle changes, we can reduce inflammation and help the body heal itself. The foods we consume play a crucial part in this process. Reducing acidic foods such as refined sugars, processed grains, and red meats, and instead focusing on more alkaline-forming foods like fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains is vital. These foods not only help lower acidity, but also provide essential nutrients, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory properties that directly benefit joint health. For example, fruits like berries, apples, and oranges are rich in vitamin C, which plays a key role in collagen formation and joint repair. Similarly, vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli are packed with magnesium, which can help reduce inflammation in the body. In addition to dietary changes, hydration is critical. Water helps flush toxins from the body, reduces inflammation, and supports the lubrication of joints. Dehydration can make arthritis symptoms worse by reducing the fluid around joints, leading to pain and stiffness. Ensuring proper hydration helps keep joints lubricated, which is essential for maintaining their function and reducing pain. Exercise is another important factor. While it might seem counterintuitive for those with joint pain to be active, gentle, low-impact exercises like swimming, walking, or yoga, can actually help reduce stiffness and improve mobility. These activities strengthen the muscles around the joints, making them more stable and less prone to injury. Regular exercise also helps with weight management, which reduces the strain on weight-bearing joints, such as the knees and hips. Losing excess weight can significantly alleviate pressure on these joints and decrease arthritis-related pain.
And one that's particularly helpful is the ginger poultice. Ginger is great for joints, especially inflamed joints. So what you do is you just grate that ginger very fine, and you take a cloth, maybe you have a cloth this big, and you put the grated ginger into the middle area, and then you fold it over. I call it east, west, north, south, and you make a little package. And when you've made your package, here's your package, and then you just have a little bit more plastic around it that covers it, or I should say goes under it. And so it's applied to the wrist with the plastic over, and then it can be bandaged on. And we have found many people have testified that it draws the inflammation out of the skin to the point where it almost feels like the skin's burning, but it doesn't burn. So a ginger poultice, and that's excellent for painful joints. And remember, it is quite a powerful anti-inflammatory, has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. We had a lady attend one of our programs, and she had a very swollen finger joint. She said, this finger has been hurting me for about a year, and she could not bend her finger. It was so painful. And she said, I'm right-handed. It interferes with my ability to write, to prepare food, to sew. She said it's really difficult. But she said, I'm in my late 60s now. I guess, I'm getting arthritis. How many people think that they're getting into their late 50s, 60s, so these sorts of things are going to happen? But I can tell you now, we've seen people totally free from them. So we put a grated ginger poultice on her, and of course that was a little tiny one that we put on her finger. The next morning she came in and she said, I have no pain in that finger. She said, I even slept all night. When I was going to sleep, it was feeling very hot. She said, and I wondered if I'd be able to sleep because it felt so hot. But she said, I went to sleep, and she said in the morning it didn't feel hot anymore. And when I took the poultice off, she said I could bend my finger. The swelling wasn't totally down, but it certainly was almost halfway down. Just a very simple little ginger poultice. Now I do warn people, don't put it on just before you go to bed, because you might wake in half an hour with your skin very, very hot where the poultice is, and that could interfere with your ability to sleep. So I suggest people put the ginger poultice on and put it on, just choose one painful joint where you put it on and just see how it feels. Maybe you'll put it on at 6 o'clock and you're going to bed at 9 o'clock. See how it feels by 9 o'clock. If it's just too hot, take it off. Even that amount of time it will have an effect. And remember that hot skin is an indication of the inflammation that it's drawn out of the joints into the skin. One lady did it too much. She did it overnight, she did it the next day to the middle of the day, changed it again, did it to the evening, then did another one overnight, and she did it to her knee, and she said she was so excited because it reduced the pain in her knee right down. So she just wanted to keep doing it. And then she sent me a picture of her knee. The tissue was red and swollen, and she had blisters on the skin. She said, what have I done? I said, you've just overdone it.
Besides a ginger poultice, there are several other herbal remedies that can be effective in managing arthritis. Turmeric, for example, is known for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties, largely due to its active compound curcumin. Curcumin has been shown to reduce the inflammation that contributes to joint pain and stiffness in conditions like arthritis. It can be consumed as a supplement, added to food, or made into a paste and applied directly to the affected area. Willow bark is another herb with a long history of use for joint pain. It contains salicin, a compound similar to aspirin, which can help reduce pain and inflammation. Willow bark can be consumed as a tea or taken in capsule form. Some people also use it topically by infusing the bark in oil, creating a salve to massage into the sore joints. Boswellia, also known as frankincense, is a resin from a tree that has been used for centuries in traditional medicine to treat inflammation. It has been shown to inhibit the production of pro-inflammatory enzymes, helping to reduce pain and improve joint function in arthritis sufferers. Boswellia can be taken as a supplement, often in combination with other anti-inflammatory herbs. Devil's claw is another herb that has demonstrated potential in treating arthritis pain. It contains compounds known to block pain signals and reduce inflammation. It's often used for osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, with studies suggesting that it may help improve joint mobility and decrease swelling. This herb is typically consumed in capsule or extract form. Stinging nettle is also used as a natural remedy for arthritis due to its ability to reduce inflammation and ease joint pain. It contains antioxidants and compounds that help manage pain and inflammation associated with arthritis. Nettle can be taken as a tea or used in supplements, and some people apply it topically as a cream or ointment to relieve pain in the joints. Rosemary is another herb that can help with arthritis. It has anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties and is often used in oils or balms that are massaged into the affected areas. Rosemary also has antioxidant properties that can help protect the joints from further damage. Thanks for watching. We hope you found these natural remedies and food tips helpful in managing arthritis and improving your joint health. Remember, small changes can make a big difference over time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more health tips and natural remedies. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.